Good morning, everyone. Before I get started with my painting, I wanted to take a minute and show off a couple of items that I purchased, and I've started uploading my art to a website called Fine Art America. It is a print-on-demand service. I have, I think, about 20 images uploaded so far, and I'm going to do more. They have a ton of different items to choose from that you can select and put my artwork on. I have here a couple of tote bags that I purchased. This one is a Weekender's tote bag, and this was with a Shelley art style bloom painting that I did. This one is also a tote bag. It's slightly smaller. This one was a Dutch pour that I did. And then I also have this little zipper pouch, and again, this is a bloom technique. So I have more items coming. I ordered quite a bit of different things because I wanted to be able to show you guys what is available. You could get tons of different items with each design. You can keep it to wall art if you want a piece of art to hang. You could do apparel. They even have face masks available. So if you are wearing a mask, and you want something a little bit more stylish, you can check those out. I am also really excited. I have some pillows and some journals and a mug on order, so I will be continuing to show those off as I receive them. So today I was looking through my craft room and I pulled out some paintings that I did quite a while ago. These are 6x6 inch canvases that I did a dip technique on, and I did a rainbow or a chakra color palette on them. So they're a little bit plain, and I wanted to do something. I've stenciled some designs before, so I just wanted to do it again and kind of show you what I have and how I can, or how you can embellish a piece if you think it's a little bit boring or a little bit plain. With each color, I also added gold, so I have red, white, and gold, orange, white, and gold, and so I did that with each color. So I'm going to stick with the gold for my color that I'm going to stencil so that it matches. And this is just a heavy body paint. I also have some stencils. I don't want every single canvas to have the same design, so I'm going to use a few different ones. This one is one of my favorites. I've used it before in a couple of videos. This stencil is probably going to be too big for a full canvas, so I'll use this one, and then I may just use a portion of this stencil. But then I also want to take one of these larger stencils and put it on 4 of them for a design. I also have some palette knives. There's different ones that you can use. This one's plastic, this one's metal, and then this is called a catalyst wedge. It is a silicone spatula, and I've used it before. I've used it for stenciling. You can also use it for painting. So I have those linked in the video description if you want to see them. I will also have the stencils all linked. So I'm going to take a look here and pick out which stencils I want to use. Like I said, I know I want to use this one. I think I'm going to use this one. Right down middle. Hopefully they won't be crooked, although you can always scrape and try again. And then I just have tape. I use this tape all the time. It's just a painter's tape. I put it on the back of my paintings, mostly for finishing, so that the resin comes off a little bit easier. But I'm just going to tape the stencil down so that it hopefully doesn't move while I'm applying the heavy body paint. Okay, so this paint is really thick. It works really well. It also, it holds up well. I resin it after and I have no issues. But it doesn't go underneath the stencil, which with thinner paint can be an issue. So that's why I stick with the heavy body paint whenever I stencil, but you can use whatever you want. You could try spray paint. I don't know how a really fluid acrylic would work because I think it would go right underneath your stencil and smudge. But we will put some of this on, and I just swipe it right on. So while it's still wet, I will go ahead and peel and take the stencil off. I don't know how well it would work if you let it dry. I don't know if the stencil would adhere to the paint that's on your canvas and if it would pull it up if you let it dry. So I always do it when it's wet. I've never tried it dry, but if you want, you could test it out and see what happens. Especially if you're worried about just having a really nice clean stencil design. I'm just filling, there's a few portions here that I could still see the color underneath, so I'm just kind of filling in those little portions. There we go. And we will very gently lift that up. So I'm going to separate these two because I don't want them to all dry together. And then, there we go. Areas where the canvas touched each other while I was stenciling, I'm going to just clean up so that all of the edges are even. So I think that'll look really nice once they're all dry. I'm just going to set these off to the side. And we'll work on these other canvases. So for this one, put it down. Let's see how. So they're each a little different from each other, so I think I can do any side that I want, or any corner that I want on this one. And I'm going to try and get a piece of tape and see if I can tape it down. But this one, the stencil has edges on it. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that really well. We'll see. All right, so I just wanted to show you what the final pieces look like. That gold is pretty light when it's wet, and when it dries it's really nice and dark. It's much bolder on the colors, I think. Each piece turned out really great. I think I will be finishing these with resin, and in the next couple of weeks I'm going to post this whole set on my Etsy if anyone is interested. The way that I have them set up on the table, you can see the colors are going in different directions, the shapes are going in different directions, and you can really get a nice varying set or a display style on these. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope it helps just to see how you can stencil, what products you can use. It really made these look a lot better. I think they were quite boring before, and I'm really happy with them now. Green happens to be one of my favorite colors, and I just love this one. So I'll probably be using these stencils again, especially this one. I think it's really pretty, but all the stencils look really great, especially when you have a dip or a pour that turns out kind of bland. So I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.